So my individual trademark, I've chosen resilient, loyal and positivity. So for resilience, to me, is being able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult circumstances. So this relates to me a fair bit in my life because I've faced a fair few challenges and I've had to get up, get straight back on my feet and keep on going because there's no use just sitting around and acting defeat. So you've got to keep on pushing through, and that's made me a better person through that. So loyalty is really strong to me because I believe that with loyalty I get to support my friends and family and also my peers, because I believe that loyalty example is that staying true to my values, to my team or to my friends whenever they need it. And again, example of loyalty for me personally would be if I was playing for Applecross, which I love playing for, and then say Bentley asked me to come and play for them and they'll pay me money. That's just loyalty by staying for Applecross instead of for money. That's just my example of loyalty. And also positivity. So positivity to me is always being enthusiastic for whatever you needed to do, no matter what the task, whether it's to write an essay, it's to play a game of sport, anything. You've got to stay positive while doing it, because if you're not positive, then you won't be engaged, and if you're not engaged, you won't get anything done. And then so you'll be wasting your time, and there's no use of wasting your time, because then it just builds up, and then you have a lot of work or assessments or activities to get done in a short amount of time, and it all builds up. So from McLean 2010, page 132, we've now got students who would once have sat silently through the misbehaviours of their colleagues, but who now no longer do. They are prepared to challenge their peers' behaviour to support the teaching. I believe this is really good for our class culture because of the accountability that it takes for us. And also this states in our class, because it's a major trademark of our class, accountability. It's because now, last year not so much, but this year we're very, very good at holding each other accountable and really bringing the class culture upwards with that. And this also brings people closer together because people are standing up and they're also improving their confidence also. Resilience as a key factor is the ability to get back and keep on working hard after hitting an obstacle or roadblock, or so to speak. Lake Wendouree netball team was dealt with the roadblock when their coach Sally McLean, which was Ray's wife, was diagnosed with cancer, and the team was not sure what to do with the training or who would bring all the equipment needed. And so luckily Ray had held an empowerment session not too long before during pre-season, and so then they made a leadership group, or so to speak, of 4 women, and so they made the decision that everyone's going to do a different part on game day. Some will bring the oranges, some will bring the waters, some will bring the equipment, and some will just they'll have to bring certain things to help out. They were resilient towards the netball season, as they would always come second to Sebastopol. But this year, because they've all worked really hard together, they've been working, and with no coach, all players were being empowered, and so that they delegated roles really well, and so that everything for games and training and everything was catered for, and that eventually was the reason how they won finally after 4 years against Sebastopol. That to me is resilience firsthand, because that could have gone down the other route and just no one working together, people unsure of what to do. There'd be one person being autocratic telling everyone what to do, and that just would not work. And loyalty is where they pledge their allegiance to their teammates. So that's what we need to do. And loyalty is just like trust. It's not something that can be rebuilt in 2 seconds. So once you break it, you've got to make sure that you're a loyal person. And I believe that I'm loyal because I'm loyal to all my sporting teams. I always put my heart on every game I play, and therefore I build a loyalty to the club, the teammates and my coaches. Most importantly, as Ray McLean has stated, the book leading teams, the Hawthorn Footy Club, didn't have a great cultural loyalty, where their team finished 13th on the ladder in the off-season. And then in the off-season, they built their culture with a grueling pre-season camp on the Kokoda track, which brought the team closer than ever together. And then they brought that loyalty to the club, because there was no reason for them to win last year. Now they're winning for each other, for their teammates, for their coaches, for the support staff, for the supporters. From Ray McLean, 2010, page 64. Professional, reliable and dedicated. This is our expectation of you when you come into our business. If you don't live by this, then we'll take you to task. If you do, we'll absolutely reward you. This is what McLean has stated to the Hawthorn Footy Club's leadership group and their coaches. It was openly received by them and then putting it into action, which paid dividends to the club. From McLean 2010, individual commitment to a group effort is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, a class work. This states that everyone must commit to the process and buy into it so that everyone can positively contribute to the team's enthusiasm to build the relationships that would make the team work. For instance, when the leading teams made their way to Adelaide to meet with Neil Craig, who had an autocratic leadership style, but when he was persuaded by leading teams to change his approach to letting more responsibility be left on the players, that is what he says goes. And I believe that that will work in more environments, not just football clubs and sporting clubs, more so schools and also like just at home in general. To conclude on the topic of trademarks, my personal opinion is that every team, no matter what the circumstances, need a team trademark and also individual trademarks because it makes us the people who we want to be and also improves relationships between peers and workmates.